G'day everybody, my name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So we have another college football facility tour. This time it's going to be the Oregon Ducks. So there's going to be part one and then there's going to be part two. So part one was actually filmed 5 years ago and part two was 2 years ago. So let's jump in and let's have a look at this, shall we?
What's going on, world? I'm George Kill. We have a brand new episode of Royal Key there on your screen. I'm here with Kenny Farr, the man behind Oregon football. We want to spend the day in the life of a recruit. We want you to fit us, show us everything about it and why we should sign with Oregon today.
All right, we'll do my best, man. Let's see what we can do.
Cool,
right.
Let's check it out.
You know, process designing this building. We got to fly around on Mr. Knight's jet and look at all the places around the country to generate some ideas and kind of come up with what we thought would be the best equipment room in the nation.
Now, Kenny, everyone loves sneakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves sneakers, and I'm seeing a wall of what would be a lot of people's holy grails.
I like to tell people, you know, our relationship with Nike is second to none. You know, a lot of people refer to this place as Nike University. We're blessed to, you know, have them gift us with some shoes and take care of our athletes with some heat.
Kenny, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yep.
You've been here for, what, 8 years now?
Yeah.
8 years. I want you to rank them. Rank them all.
I'm a fours guy, so I would probably go, this is 1A and this is 1B for me. I like threes a lot too. You know, it's just really clean and really good with I like the duck feet on the back, you know, and just all black and all white. So that'd probably be two. The fives, you gotta love the fives. This one's gotten a little faded over the years just being out, but it's nice and bright green. And then, you know, the black fives are really good. I love these 14s just because they got the duck like embossed in the suede. And then these 13s, man, it's tough to rank them all, but you know, I guess I kind of, because I like them all, I guess I just look at it the style of shoes that I like.
Now,
you know?
Kenny, how have you seen recruiting actually strengthen from this initiative?
Guys come in so educated about this stuff. Social media has been a big, player in that, and you know, it really is exclusive. So, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, when guys come in here, they're like, oh, I've seen pictures of these, or I know a guy that had a pair of these. You know, that obviously is just another feather in our cap that, you know, you come to a place like Oregon and you're taking advantage of being, you know, the #1 school for Nike.
Even I know the connection with Nike. So, man, that wall of shoes looks pretty good. The whole place looks clean so far. Those white walls and everything. Ooh, looking nice.
Mostly this part is just to kind of display the amount of stuff we're gonna do. You know, you'd probably be in something like a Vapor, so something like this, or you know, this is another really popular model, Alpha Menace Elite. So just depending on how much ankle support you would like. The Untouchable One's always been a popular shoe. This is from a few years ago. I think it's the glitter on these things. They like that flash, so we kind of display these and bring you to the fitting room. And the first thing we do is sit down.
I like how they've all got kind of something to do with the duck, is either embossed in it or something like that. The little wings, tips on the shoes here, you can see. That's nice. I like that.
I get all your measurements. I'll have you take a seat right here.
Okay.
We'll get your feet measured up. So you're
Man, that's a nice looking boot.
12, true 12 and a C width. You know, you'd be amazed that there's guys that have, you know, up to a size and a half difference between
Really?
right and left. So like in your right foot, you're 11 and a half.
Okay.
So that doesn't really come into play unless the guy starts having some issues, and then we have to use two pairs of cleats on somebody just to get one pair. So for footwear, basically I'd ask you, you know, what styles are you interested in? You know, it kind of works its way down from how much you weigh and what position you're gonna play all the way down into, you know, the bigger guys stuff. So you can try these on.
Oh, I like the chrome bottom on it.
Yeah. My job's really about relationship building and making sure the guys trust me, and if something doesn't feel right, where, you know, we're at a place where I can do something to fix it. I'm fortunate in my job that I get to, you know, see these guys when they come in as 18 and just kind of see them develop that way. So that's one of my favorite parts about what I get to do. Ooh. The next thing we probably do is figure out for you is, you know, we go through base layer stuff. So if you're interested in like there's a lot of different cuts of base layer. So sleeveless or half sleeve, short sleeve.
Right. I like the short. I do the short.
The short sleeve. Yeah. You're gonna kind of want to look at the padded girdle for you. There's a few different options. So you got what we call a padded jock. Most skill guys will wear this, and they'll put in like independent thigh pads and knee pads. You can get what we call a boom short, and that's got built-in thigh pads in it, but you just put your knee pads in your pants. And then you got a plated short, which basically is the same thing, you just got a hard plate on the front. So any guy can wear any of these. We'll let them try them all on, see what they like.
So just to clarify, Kenny, every single player on the team goes through this
Yeah,
process.
exact same thing, yep.
Wow.
And like I said, it's more about making them understand that I care about them. I want them to know everything that we offer so that, you know, when they have an issue, they can come down here and we can find a solution. Some practice pants for you. There's a couple different options. So you got a drawstring cord, and that's probably the lightest, and most of our defensive backs wear something like that.
Okay.
The last thing to know is like compression shorts and like tights. What size? Large.
Large. Yeah,
So we try that. We do some compression shorts and some tights for you. Try it all on together. Now we probably do shoulder pads and jersey.
Okay.
So for you, get your
And the pants don't look very, very big, but obviously they're compression, so.
measurements to make sure we get you in the right
That blood
stuff.
flowing.
Now, Kenny, I'm noticing these logos at the top.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
So when they were designing the fitting room, which is, you know, all big thanks to, you know, a couple people. So I know Gallagher Design had a big part in designing this stuff, and obviously our friends at Nike. You know, each one of these is our mascot, the duck, just kind of roughing up, you know, all the other teams in our conference and their mascot. So we can try these on.
Okay.
Basically, when you lace up shoulder pads, the biggest thing to remember is you want them to be tight. So I'm gonna tell you, there's a process to getting these things on and off. But you want it to be super tight so that guys can't grab you.
What is this chair? What is this throne?
So this throne, really, it's in honor of Phil and Penny Knight, who obviously the generosity to this program and this university is, you know, unbelievable as far as things they've donated to athletic facilities and campus buildings. So this is our helmet room. Obviously in here, this is where we're putting together and building all the helmets. Sometimes we're working on things that are kind of top secret, or we got to work kind of ahead of everybody to make sure it's ready to go. So we don't want people to see. So we have the ability, if we need to, because there's so much glass around here, that we can fog the glass out and make sure that people can't see in here. Helmets is another beast of its own. We offer 5 different styles, customized to each player. Might be a little tight at first.
Oh, okay.
Too tight?
No, that actually fits fine. So what style of helmet is
That's
this?
a Riddell Speed Flex.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a pretty popular model with our guys on our team. This is kind of like an archives of cool helmets we've done over the years. They're all enclosed behind this glass, so you can't really get to them, but just kind of showcase some of the cool stuff we've done.
What has been your favorite helmet over the years?
You know, I started in school here and way back, so my personal favorite is our throwback helmet, because that's how it looked when I first started here. So most of the stuff is started with recommendations from players, things that they wanted to see or colors they wanted to introduce, or hey, let's.
Black helmet with the silver wings on it. Man, that's a nice looking helmet, I tell you. Nice.
Do some kind of a BCA game, a breast cancer awareness game, all right? And then leave it to the people up in Beaverton, and they'll come out with a full, you know, kind of neon pink helmet and with glitter in it, you know. It's just taking it to that next level. Getting to see it from the ground floor all the way up is really an amazing deal to watch.
Ooh. That's bright pink, isn't it?
There you go.
Dang.
All right, Kenny.
Look good, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Ready
to
man.
just stand on the sideline and look the part. Welcome to Austin.
Welcome to Austin Stadium. Loudest stadium in the nation. We've had some teams come through here that they claim it's the loudest place they've ever been.
Right.
So we have obviously a very passionate fan base, and it's an unbelievable environment. You look good, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Good,
Thank
man.
you.
You know, obviously this part is about Marcus's 2015 season, where he won pretty much every trophy you can win. This part's open to the public, so it's got all these trophies. And here's our sports performance. This is like our sports science center. Everything is pressure plates and measuring force and everything that you need to make yourself the best you can be.
Back to Marcus. You were here during his entire time here. Describe that energy, that feeling and motion behind the program when he was here.
I think, you know, for that time period when he was here, it's just having the utmost confidence that, you know, those guys have done everything they can to prepare themselves to be victorious on game days. You know, and he was an unbelievable guy. Top flight character, obviously athletic ability, but just a great human being. So these are sleep pods, obviously around the whole science thing, and guys making sure that they're getting adequate sleep and rest is all part of the recovery process. They put these sleep pods in there, and some guys can come in here and just get quick power nap in or whatever they need to do just to get recovered from, practice or fall camp or whatever it might be.
Just a little few special things we got besides the equipment room. Right here is their lunch.
I guess they kind of look like eggs as well. I guess maybe that's on theme. I don't know.
Laundry box. So every morning, the guys will come in here, they'll punch in their little code. Then after that, they come, grab their items, what they need for the day, and they're good to go. We handle everything in the back end. That way guys show up, grab their stuff. Like I said, just good to go from there. Then they'll have like their shakes, their breakfast stuff over here, different things like that. Just some little snacks in the morning to get them going. Oatmeal, bagels. A nutritionist does a great job of keeping all that stuff laid out for the guys. You're used to seeing the wooden lockers that are open, you can't close them. It's sleek, good design. It almost looks fast too, kind of like how we like to play. We'll have this gathering area before games. The guys will meet up with coach, get their little pregame talk in, and they'll be good to go. We want all the guys to get their items back in their locker. Let's close it up. That way, when we do have those recruits coming in or those VIP people, everything looks, like I said, clean, crisp. They'll go to these built-in iPads and they'll be able to open their locker up from any location. So, as y'all know, Phil Knight, he's our guy here, Uncle Phil. He's the one that makes all this possible, him and Nike. So he actually has his own locker here in the locker room. It's kind of ducked off in the corner, so we'll go take a look at it, and that way y'all can see what it's like in one of these guys' locker. Gotta have to just do it up there. Keep everything in perspective around here. You just got a few different things from over the past years. Top drops down, that way the guys can just grab what they need. There's no wasted movement. You don't gotta climb up on any benches. Everything's just right in front of you, prepared, ready to be grabbed. Then we have this charger right here. You can just set your phone on it. You don't need any cables. You just set your phone in there. Wireless charging.
Oh, wow.
We do have the USB ports and the outlet in there as well. They also have this personal lock box. So within their locker, if they want to just throw their phone in there, their wallet before they go work out and don't want to close it, they just throw their valuables in here, close it, and they got their own personal code, good to go. One of the best things, and the guys love it, because we're really starting to take advantage of it these past couple of years, is the barbershop. This is one of the most popular places. Pre-game, on the weekends, guys will come in here. We'll have our barber come, set his operation up. We'll have a whole line out here. He stays here about 10 hours a day.
Dang.
Just cutting up all the players, all the staff, whatever those guys need, and he does a good job in taking care of us. I haven't had to travel outside of work for a haircut in the past 4 years. This is the team theater. The guys will come in here, get those pregame talks done, full team meetings done. A lot of guys will watch UFC fights in here, boxing matches, just something to have everybody together. It's a great area to come. Chairs are comfortable, Ferrari leather. So like I said, second to none. Right here, we're on the 6th floor, headed up to the players' lounge. Each one of these ducks right here represents something a little different. You can tell by the color. They range from All-American to being in the NFL to being drafted in the first round. So everyone has a special place here, but each one's just a little bit different in the capacity. Right now, we're just entering the players' lounge. As you come in, you got this nice vending machine. It doesn't even take coins. Whatever you want, press a button. Guys got snacks ready, drinks ready. Always good to go. This is a players' lounge right here. We got Xbox, PlayStation, all the newest games set up, ready to go. That's 6 total, so we got enough in here to get the guys playing and whatnot. These carpets right here, handmade. Obviously the duck right in the middle, and then all the other Pac-12 mascots on the outside just kind of getting roughed up. So this right here is the ring room. As you can hear from the sound in here, they take the sound straight from the stadium and bring it in here. So the longer you stay in here, the louder it'll get until it sounds like it actually does on game day. Right here, we just kind of got some of the rings that we've acquired over the past few years. Most of the time, you just see them in a showcase or something like that, but
that's an interesting feature, having that noise from the stadium come in. That's interesting. I like that. Okay.
We got our own room dedicated to it, and we want people to envision what they're gonna get when they come here.
Dang. Nice looking rings. All right, let's jump into part number 2.
What's going on, world? I'm George Kill. We have a brand new episode of Royal Key there on your screen. I'm here with Kenny Farr, the man behind Oregon football.
Couple of years later, okay.
This is how you pull up to Oregon when we come through?
We're just at work, man. I'm gonna take you inside and show you around the facility.
Okay, let's do it. All right, Coach Johnson, so, we arrived in style. We look good hopping out the whip, but what else does Oregon have to offer?
Everything here is classy. We're gonna take you around and show you. We got 6 floors right here in our main facility.
Wow, 6 floors.
I'll show you around real quick. Almost like MTV Cribs, welcome to my house.
The first thing I noticed when I pulled up to the campus, which kind of blew me away, everything is like matte black. Like you said, everything is classy. What's the first thing you want to show off if we walk in through the front door?
We're gonna walk over here and just show you kind of our jersey generation, how it started from the beginning and it grew all the way through the years, but there's a lot more than this now. This is a little sample right here of some of our jerseys from the beginning of time of Oregon football to more recent.
What's the favorite up here on this wall?
Probably the all white down there.
9,984 different uniforms. Oh my God, combinations. Wow.
Yeah,
Big Bird.
Dang.
How long have you been with the program?
It's my 3rd year. I'm the director of player personnel and director of recruiting, roster management, kind of like a GM of a college football team and finding the athletes and finding the targets and going nationwide to search to get the best people that fit our program.
What do you look for, if it's a kid watching the video now, what are you looking for in a guy?
You just don't watch a video, you watch games. We don't watch too many huddle highlights. Those are, your best plays. We want to see your worst as well. We look for everything, verified height, weight, grades, and then we look to see games. We watch all your game film, every one of them. The next spot I'll show you is we have a trophy case right here on our first floor. There's some of our Rose Bowl and Pac-12 titles and some of the BCS games that our team went to. And this is a Marcus Mariota's Heisman Trophy. What I love about this is that it represents all the islands of Hawaii right here are these rocks. We have a big Polynesian culture here. It's kind of why we have the Ohana uniform that you've seen with Kenny in there.
Could you explain some of the blocks or layers to this?
He's really into family and team, so every person that was on that team is on this right here. Every coach, every person. This is the ring room. These are some of our mini bowl rings that have been won.
Do you have a favorite?
Nah, I'm still waiting on that one.
It's the next one.
It's the next one for sure. We'll take you in here to our kitchen where our kids eat. This is our dining hall. As you see on the top, it says eat your enemies. We got all our different opponents up there. We light up whoever we're playing so we can eat our enemies the whole week and then on Saturday as well. This is our media room. This is where our coaches get interviewed after games. Players get interviewed as well. If you look on the wall and you touch the wall here, all this is made out of football leather, every part of it.
Is there a favorite detail that you have in the facility?
Probably my name on my office.
Okay.
You want to make sure you work here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a position meeting room. So this is our running back room. Our running backs would be with the running back coaches in here before they go into the actual offensive meeting room, and then they go into the team meeting room.
What? Wait. So each position has got their own little meeting room? Wow.
So this is our 6th floor. These ducks represent players that have been drafted in an order of rounds. On the side, you can see where it shows the names and stuff and some of the NFL teams. We got a lot more that need to go up here. Had a lot of guys go last year and stuff like that, but they have their initials on the side. This is our players' lounge. This is where a lot of the 2K and Madden fades go down. I'm probably like 62-1.
You like that?
I'm like that.
All right.
Very like that.
All right.
So this is a little lounge outside our 6th floor.
Oh, I like
Looks
the
off
view.
into our practice field and the beautiful city of Eugene. Sometimes we eat up here and stuff. We'll turn all those TVs on in there and watch a boxing match, or we have the Super Bowl and we'll get the kids wings, pizza, depends on the food. And, we're a real family atmosphere around here.
All right, guys, so I'm here with head strength coach, Coach Wilson Love.
Yes,
How you doing?
How we doing, brother?
You're a strength coach, so you all it works that you almost broke my hand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're in this beautiful facility. The views are immaculate, but we're here to get some work in, right?
No doubt.
How is it set up in here, and what's important about this space and your space?
Right. So
I really like the green and gold. Green and gold is Australian colors as well. I really like that color. I like that.
this space is all about transferring everything we do in here to the field. So when we come in here, yeah, we all love to lift, we all love to do certain things, but when we come in here, there's a purpose, there's a plan. One, as an individual. Two, by position, by the demands what the position needs. And three, the last thing on that is there's a culture, there's a standard to this program. And that's what we're gonna do.
With a kid coming in, let's say there's a high schooler watching this video, what are some of the things that they should be working on to kind of get that foundation before they get on campus?
Movement mechanics, speed, nutrition. If you do those, everything else will teach you how to do the rest. But you gotta learn how to move properly. If you move better, you can get there faster than the other guy. It's not about how you move there, it's how fast, how efficient, how good you can get there. What you eat is everything. That's everything how we play. And the movement demands of what the position needs, training for what you need at your position. Don't just move to move with a purpose.
We're talking about, obviously, what you guys have in here. How is it set up? Is it set up for functionality and moving through it?
Without a doubt. So we have barbells right here in the front for Olympic lifts. Inside right here, more your stationary stuff, squat, bench. Big thing about our programming, we don't believe in just doing everything with 2 legs. We try to do more things single leg movement. God made us to move like this, not that. So we put more stress on one limb compared to this 2 limbs. You'll get stronger by putting more force on one limb. That makes you faster, makes you stronger and more resilient to injuries, because that's what our game applies. Right here, we have more space for more an explosive movement, from a power clean to a split jerk to a snatch, whatever it might be. And there, bench press, single leg squat, back squat, whatever you want to call it. Out here, we'll also bring out the trap bar deadlifts. Everything we have here has a purpose and intent behind it. So that's the best thing. Pull up
I love his
ropes,
energy.
everything that we do, there's a functionality and a purpose to it, and there's also a really good flow.
What's an ideal workout day for you? Is it gloomy outside? Is it sun? Set that up for me.
Ideal day for me is honestly just the kids having that look in their eye. That look that they won't be denied of what they want. That look in their eye that they're ready to get this thing after, because, you know, in the day, we're gonna go want to know whoever we can do, because it's a climb. To get to the top of the mountain, it's a climb, it's a journey. I want them to be a journeyman, want to know every single day. At the end of the day, if he wants this thing, he got to shake himself and look himself in the mirror and say, you know what, if I want this, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to go get it, no matter what's going on in my life, personal feelings, personal agendas. We here, let's go get this thing done.
When I walked in the door, did I have that looking?
You kind of did, by the way. I want a little bit more. I want a little bit more. Every position will apply some sort of force by striking. We do whatever we can to have more things for them to apply to their game, to what their demands are for their position. So offense, defensive linemen, linebackers, tight ends, everybody right here, this equipment right here applies to what they do in the field. You constantly striking and punching. Kettlebells, we got all that sort of stuff around here. All this stuff here is kind of our auxiliary stuff. Dumbbells, row machines, all sorts of things like this. But one of the most important things we have is this glute ham raise. They're posterior, your butt, hammies, all down. Training those muscles are the best things that keep you injury free, but also keeps you stronger, faster. It's a very underdeveloped muscle group. So we gotta attack that thing, everything. Training the lower back, all that stuff. Neck machines are right here. But we got dumbbells that go all the way up to 200 pounds if you're ready for the party. Up top, we just have a little turf area that we kind of stretch in and things like that. But it ain't about how big your weight room is. It ain't about what all you have in there. It's about the people in there. It's about what kind of product you can create with the kids. Now, one little cool thing we have right here, even when we get your bouncy bounce on.
Oh, wait a second, wait a.
There it is, yeah! Get them hot. Last thing right here, we got our stairs. So if you want to get some single leg plyos in, then right here is a really good area that we can warm the guys up, a little track area. So end of the day, we're blessed to have everything here, and being an Oregon Duck, you can't beat it. It's the best thing there is.
How important is it to have the football field right outside?
So important, just the functionality. Like the last thing you want to do is the guys have to travel far away for practice, which sometimes that happens. Having it right there, having the guys just go straight down to the field and come right back up is incredible. Sometimes we'll warm up down there. Sometimes we'll do a quick sprint workout and come right to the weight room. The functionality, the flow of that, it really is really important.
All right, guys, so I'm here with Ben McKay, sports science coordinator.
Yep.
I got it. One take, you seen that?
Yeah.
That was smooth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Came off the tongue well.
Just kind of explain, one, what your role is, and then
Is he
two,
Australian?
this room, because I'm seeing a lot of technology that I want to kind of get into.
Sports science coordinator here at the University of
He is
Oregon.
Australian.
Been here for 4 years roughly now, and I guess my role here is to run our sports science initiatives that help us understand our athletes on a deeper level, to give our teams and student athletes the best opportunity on the weekends. Obviously in an unreal space, very lucky that the donation from Phil and Penny Knight, along with a lot of other people, sunk into this to give us the facilities required to go ahead and execute our jobs at a high level.
Damn.
Our
Okay.
job is very closely related to strength and conditioning, athletic medicine, and sport coaches, because they're the people, or they're the practitioners that we want to help perform their jobs at a high level. And typically that's in the way of like taking a deeper dive into their athletes and the areas of opportunity that they can work on to make athletes better.
How have you seen technology change in this field since you've been working here?
I'm a young sports scientist early in my career. At the moment, things that have historically been laboratory based, so things that you'd see in the academic side of the university that was very much used for lab-based testing, you would say, for research and whatnot, is now starting to bleed over into the applied setting, which is now called like sports science.
I want you to explain some of your favorite machines in the room and then take me through how they work.
Let's hit the anti-gravity treadmills. And the idea is you've got the ability to run at 20% of your body weight. So say if you were 100 pounds, it'd feel like you're running at 20 pounds. The feeling of like almost running on the moon, I guess, is a good way of explaining it. But then you can also incrementally step that up to 100% of your body weight. So you can be running as if you were running on the field or whatever.
So what's the benefit of that?
When we're talking about coming back from injury, it allows us to start people walking and running earlier than what they may have been if we were just walking over ground. So the other thing is they're used quite a bit with endurance athletes, particularly runners. Gives them the ability to run more, so increase their mileage each week, but without the given load on their legs. So now you can start to feel like if you're an athlete and you were just in a boot for 6 weeks, you just started to work your way off crutches, this is a way that we can get you running earlier than what you would, because this is going to allow you to run at a relatively fast pace. You're going to start breathing heavy, but you're not going to feel it a great deal on your legs.
I'm basically floating now.
Yeah. So here we can work on form. We can coach the athlete up to be in the right positions, running. It is a little harder in this piece of machinery, but it just gives us the ability to get our athletes back running a little bit quicker than we would otherwise.
How does this machine help with hydration? Because that's what I need.
So we went for 3.5 or 4 minutes almost. We ran an average body weight of 54%, average speed 6.5 miles per hour. We covered 0.5 of a mile. All right, we got some work in.
A little bit.
So I guess we can talk about the amount of force plates that we have in this building. Most universities, they may have a couple of sets of force plates. We're lucky enough to have 25 to 27 force plates within just this area alone. So anywhere you see like a cutout, that's a set of force plates.
What does that do?
So a force plate is virtually just a really, really expensive set of scales that measures the force that you're putting into the ground. So while I'm stepping on these, I'm just measuring my body weight, okay? As I start to jump, it's measuring the force that I'm applying to the ground as I move. And from that, we can go and derive a range of metrics that gives us a bit of an idea about how the athlete moves, but also their performance in specific tasks.
Well, I learned a lot about the room.
Yeah.
And also about myself. But I appreciate you for showing us around, and good luck on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to our partners at The Game Day. The Game Day is a new sports and sports betting media company built for today's fan. Check out the link in our bio and on our community tab for all their great content. And head to their website at thegameday.com for the latest sportsbook promos, betting tips, expert picks, and sportsbook app reviews.
That was good. Well, that was really good. I enjoyed that one. Obviously, the influence of Nike, obviously their sponsorship, that they're obviously interwoven within that football program quite deeply. You've got your walls of boots and cleats and everything else. Everything's got Nike emblazoned on it. Everything else, but it's also very clean as well. The white walls. Everything's kind of put away neatly, even the lockers are kind of, just form a wall, when they're not open. So Oregon is obviously into that sports science quite deeply as well, not just, as, those coaches were saying, not just moving, but moving with purpose, So everything is geared to getting the best from the athlete, but also making sure that the athlete is, safe in what they're doing, it's going to be able to promote wellness throughout their career as well. It's not just, let's just get the best out of the athletes and don't worry about them. So they're obviously there and caring for them as well too. So, but it's a pretty nice looking facility, I must say. And as I was saying, the green and gold, obviously, colours of Australia. We are green and gold here as well too. So that is quite pleasing to the eye as well, I must admit. And then obviously they've got an Australian there working there as well too. So that was a turn up for the books. I really enjoyed that. So I enjoyed those videos. So That was very good. An eye-opener for sure. 68 million. That's just over $100 million Australian. That's a lot of money. You know, they've got 6 floors. They're obviously doing a great program there. You know, obviously, you know, that's represented by all the trophies and rings and whatever else, you know. So that was good. I really, really enjoyed that. So let me know what you thought of that one, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. Make sure you stay safe, and I will definitely see you in the next reaction video. Did you enjoy that video? Why not watch another one?